I usually try to stay out of the drama, but when it comes to Caitlyn Clark, I can't hold back anymore. This isn't just another highlight reel. This is history in the making. Michael Jordan didn't just speak his mind, he owned the moment. What began as a tribute quickly turned into one of the most powerful speeches in recent basketball history. Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham weren't just honored, they were blown away. In a rare unscripted moment, Jordan's words shook the very foundation of basketball, shedding light on a new era of greatness that no one saw coming. What exactly did he say? Get ready, because this moment isn't about applause, it's about revolution. Michael Jordan doesn't often speak about women's basketball. In fact, his public comments on the subject are rare, carefully measured, and typically reserved for moments that truly matter. So when he spoke out about Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham, the world listened. And with good reason. Clark's name has become synonymous with greatness, a player whose rookie season has not only shattered long-standing WNBA records, but has also captivated the hearts and minds of basketball fans worldwide. The WNBA's attendance has surged, television ratings are through the roof, and the buzz around her is undeniable. But Jordan wasn't interested in her stat line. No, he saw something deeper. It wasn't about her shot selection or her performance on paper. It was about her presence. Jordan didn't just talk about Caitlyn as the future of women's basketball. He said it outright. She is basketball, period. Some players need time to adjust to the spotlight, Jordan remarked. But Caitlyn walked in already on fire. It was a simple yet profound statement that reframed the entire narrative about Clark. This wasn't just the future of the game. She was the present, leading the charge for a transformation the sport had never seen before. And then, almost unexpectedly, Jordan turned the conversation towards Sophie Cunningham. While she may not receive the same media frenzy as Clark, Jordan made it clear that Sophie's influence on the game is just as significant. He called her a storm in sneakers, describing her as a player who doesn't chase the spotlight but creates her own every time she steps on the court. Sophie's game is defined by grit, toughness, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Jordan praised her for playing with a fire that cannot be matched. She plays like it's personal, he said, highlighting her unyielding commitment to every possession, her fearlessness in the face of adversity. In a league where popularity often overshadows substance, Sophie Cunningham's impact is anything but flashy. It's built on sheer determination and heart. This kind of recognition from Michael Jordan is monumental. It's not about the glitzy headlines or sponsorship deals. It's about acknowledging a player whose influence is felt far beyond the scoreboard. For Jordan to see Sophie as a force to be reckoned with says everything about her true value to the game. He wasn't simply acknowledging her for her talent, but for the energy she brings, something that isn't always captured by numbers or media buzz. But Jordan's recognition didn't stop there. He didn't just speak about Caitlyn and Sophie as individual stars. He made it clear that their presence, together, signals something far bigger. This wasn't just a passing moment of praise, it was a signal of change. When legends like Jordan, who have seen the game from every angle, choose to speak up about the future of basketball, it's not just about flattery. It's about shaping the future of the sport itself. What's happening with Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham isn't just a story of two exceptional players. It's the start of a new era in women's basketball. Their influence is undeniable. Clark's rise is already rewriting the rules, making the WNBA a force that can't be ignored. But Sophie's impact, though quieter, is just as crucial. Her toughness, her leadership, her ability to rally the team when everything is on the line, these are the qualities that sustain teams, that turn good into great. Jordan's words weren't just complimentary. They were a call to action. He saw something in these women that's been missing for a long time: authenticity, leadership, and a hunger to make the game better, not just for themselves, but for everyone who plays it. And when figures like Larry Bird, Shaquille O'Neal, and even Tyrese Halliburton start chiming in, you know this movement is gaining unstoppable momentum. What's most telling, however, is how this shift is being felt across the entire league. It's not just the legends who are taking note, it's the future of the game that's paying attention. As Caitlyn Clark breaks records and steals the spotlight, Sophie Cunningham's rise has been just as significant, even if her contributions are quieter. In a league constantly looking for its next face, Sophie is becoming the backbone that keeps the pulse alive behind the scenes. But it's not only about what happens on the court. Sophie's move to Indiana in 2025 wasn't just about filling a roster spot. She came to change the energy. While Caitlyn commands the spotlight with her flashy plays, Sophie brings a different kind of fire. Her defensive intensity, her leadership in the locker room, and her willingness to put everything on the line for the team, that's the kind of presence that changes cultures. And it's not just her teammates who see it. The league is noticing. You don't have to be the highest scorer to be the most valuable player. Sophie Cunningham is the kind of player who makes her impact, felt through hustle, energy, and an unwavering commitment to the team's success. Legends like Shaquille O'Neal, who have spent years in the game, understand the true value of that. As Caitlyn Clark shines in the spotlight, Sophie Cunningham's role as the team's emotional anchor becomes even more critical. Her leadership, toughness, and no-holds-barred approach to the game are what keep the momentum going behind the scenes. While Clark's presence has redefined the WNBA, Sophie's grit ensures that the league evolves in the right direction. Together, they're pushing basketball forward, one with explosive talent, the other with quiet yet fierce determination. This dynamic duo isn't just shifting the game, they're creating a movement. And as more players, coaches, and legends speak out, it's clear that Clark and Cunningham are redefining what it means to lead in women's basketball. Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham aren't just two stars in the WNBA. They are the catalyst for a massive cultural shift. Clark's game-changing skills and rising stardom are leading the way, but it's Cunningham's unshakable leadership and fire that keep the foundation strong. Together, they are reshaping the league's narrative, not just through their play, but through their influence off the court. The attention they're drawing isn't just about highlight reels or social media buzz. It's about the future of basketball itself. And as legends like Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal recognize their greatness, it's clear. Caitlyn and Sophie are not just pushing the game forward, they're rewriting the rules. As the league continues to grow, their bond, drive, and determination will be the driving force behind the evolution of women's basketball. So, what's next for Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham? The future is theirs to shape, and the entire basketball world is watching. As the WNBA continues to evolve, Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham are proving that greatness doesn't come from following the old rules. It comes from redefining them. Caitlyn's record-breaking season, drawing millions of viewers and skyrocketing sponsorship deals, has transformed her into the face of women's basketball. But behind the spotlight, it's Sophie Cunningham's unrelenting presence that's pushing the league into new territories. Sophie's journey has never been about flash. It's about force. From grinding through seasons of underexposure to now leading the charge in Indiana, Sophie knows what it means to fight for recognition. Her consistency and defensive prowess are invaluable, even if they don't make the highlight reels. Together with Clark, she's proving that leadership isn't always about who scores the most. It's about who steps up when it matters most. And as both women carve their paths in the WNBA, one thing is clear. The league's future is in their hands. The impact of Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham is undeniable, and the WNBA is no longer just a league, it's a movement. Clark's meteoric rise has shattered barriers, while Cunningham's unwavering dedication to the team has set a new standard for what it means to be a leader in women's sports. Together, they are not just changing the game, they are revolutionizing it from the inside out. As the league garners more attention and respect than ever before, it's clear that Clark and Cunningham's influence extends far beyond basketball. Their story is one of resilience, vision, and unwavering drive, proving that the future of the WNBA is bright, and it's being shaped by women who refuse to be ignored. From packed arenas to historic television ratings, Clark and Cunningham have changed the trajectory of women's basketball forever, and the world is watching. The question now isn't if the WNBA will continue to grow, it's how far these two will take it. Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham aren't just altering the landscape of the WNBA, they're transforming the entire culture of basketball. Clark's unmatched skills and ability to command attention have set a new bar for the league, but it's Cunningham's fierce leadership and unrelenting work ethic that keep it grounded. Together, they represent the perfect blend of flash and grit, driving the sport to places it's never been before. Their journey isn't just about scoring points. It's about breaking down barriers, challenging the norms, and proving that women's basketball isn't just a spectator sport. It's a force to be reckoned with. As the spotlight shines brighter, Caitlyn and Sophie are leading the charge, and the future of the WNBA is in their hands. The rise of Caitlyn Clark and Sophie Cunningham marks the beginning of a new era, one where talent, drive, and leadership transcend the game itself. The world is watching, and they're just getting started.